y'all gotta check on y'all people. I'm not even finna put this camera on them. Check on y'all people if they came to this spot right here. Y'all, it was just a drive-by. I was just sitting down. I'm sitting there drinking my coffee. My friends say they shooting. We stand up. It was just rounds going off. It's all females on the ground, y'all. All females on the ground. Drinking my coffee. My friends say they shooting. We stand up. It was just rounds going off. It's all females on the ground, y'all. All females on the ground. All females, y'all. It's a, oh my God. Y'all, check on y'all people. They shot all females. I'm not going over there because I don't want y'all to, I'm not showing them. Oh my God. Listen, I was just sitting down, y'all. Oh my God, they just pulling bodies out of there. Y'all, it was just a fucking drive-by. Look at this shit. I didn't even see the car. All I know is I heard them shots, y'all. Oh my God, they steady pulling people out of there. Oh my God. Damn. This shit is crazy. I just rolled past them. This shit is crazy. Where you at? What? G, me and Brenda was just standing right. G, some dudes got out of car, girl, and sprayed this right here by where Funky Booty. What's that name of that? You remember that was right here? Something Buddha. You remember when we used to come? Girl, when I say some hopped out the car and sprayed this mother. A girl even ran around on Orleans. She was shot in her arm. Gee, this is a mass shooting. And they steady pulling bodies out of there. Gee, they steady pulling bodies out of there. Where's you at on Orleans? I swear to God, me and Brenda, we standing there, we just hit da 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 da, and we looking. Gee, these dudes run. Where's you at? You on Orleans on what side? It's just bodies all on the ground, man. Listen. This girl ran around a corner. She was shot at her. They carrying bodies to the car. This shit is crazy. Oh, I'm right here by the Dunkin' Donuts. They tasing somebody? What? They tasing her. They tasing her. Tasing her. They tasing her.
All praises and glory goes to our mighty power, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations unto the legmen feeding the sheep of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai, in sincerity and truth, with his great gospel coming out of our Bible. Now, we're just going to use scriptures. This is the book of Isaiah 32:9, it reads, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech." With all the things going on in the world, right? Jay want to go to fucking parties. Jake want to be at the house of mirth and celebrating, right? Jake want to get high and try to block out what's going on in this society. The society's collapsing, and they can't deal with the pressures of a dying society, right? Rise up, ye women that are at ease, and these women are the most stupid motherfuckers on the face of the earth right now. What did she said? It's all women shot, y'all. It's all women shot, y'all. And when I looked at the 4 motherfuckers dead, 11, I think 14 wounded, right? Damn near 20 people shot up, right? The Lord done release these death angels on the earth, and they ain't fucking playing around, right? There be spirits that are created for vengeance, and they take care of business every day, right? Isaiah 32:9, it says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease." I'm just gonna go to the bar tonight. I'm just gonna go celebrate a birthday party with my girlfriend, and guess what? Your ass ain't coming home. You're not gonna come home. Some niggas gonna hop out the car and just spray that club up, and bullets gonna fly and tear pieces of your body, and you ain't gonna make it. You're gonna bleed to death. They're gonna try to carry your body to a car to get you to the hospital, but you ain't gonna make it. And that last one, you're gonna be looking, thinking, I should have stayed home. I should have stayed home. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days in years shall ye be troubled, right? We're definitely in the time of trouble. We're definitely in the time of trouble, especially if you're trying to be at the house of what? Celebration, feasting, right? Trying to have the best times of your lives when judgment is going forth on the earth. When the Lord is blowing the trumpet in Zion, right? Telling his people to return back to return back to your power, right? Return back from your wicked ways and stop sinning, and he will accept you, right? Repent. Right, Amos 9:10, it says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. And we're watching a lot of Jakes die by the sword. The main sword is that thermonuclear destruction. But at the same time, the Lord is using devices of death destruction to get rid of you ninjas. Especially that gun, that weapon of shooting bullets. Right, that's the main thing that be getting rid of you ninjas, man. They be talking about in Chicago, the last thing you want to do is be sitting in your car. Yeah, you go park your car and hop your ass, go in the crib. The Lord got them little ninjas driving around looking for something to spray up. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. What evil? The evil that's coming, right? The evil that's coming. The mass lockups of people, man. The mass detentions being opened. That's what they're talking about. They talked about alligator Alcatraz. Now Trump talks about more detentions being opened up, right? The time of Jacob's trouble on a mass level is so near the implementation of forcing chips down you people's throats to track you, man. That's coming, right? Ecclesiastes 7:4, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. And it's a lot of foolish people being put to fucking death right now.
We have some breaking news at 5. 18 people are shot in River North, leaving a club after an album release party. At least 4 of those victims have died. You are watching CBS News Chicago. Good morning, everybody. I'm Dana Kozlov.
And I'm Adrena Sinclair. We want to get you right to the scene where this all took place overnight. Our Darius Johnson live here along Chicago and Orleans. And Darius, we understand this was a drive-by shooting. What else are we learning about this?
Hey there, ladies. Good morning to you. I have information coming in by the minute from a city source. That city source confirms to me that 3 shooters pulled up in a black SUV and opened fire as people were leaving an album release party, as many of them were pouring out of this lounge. Take a look behind me right now. This morning, 5 hours after the shooting, you can still see police here at the scene as firefighters just finished cleaning up the scene. It was a lot of debris that was left outside here from when a lot of people scattered overnight. Now I want you to take a look at the video into our newsroom overnight. You could see Chicago Avenue blocked with crime scene tape and police. All of this happening just before midnight at Artist Lounge on Chicago Avenue. A city source at the scene tells us this was an album listening party for a female Chicago rapper known as Mellow Bucks. Witnesses tell us as Chicago Avenue. A city source at the scene tells us this was an album listening party for a female Chicago rapper known as Mellow Bucks. Witnesses tell us as people were leaving the lounge, a black SUV with multiple shooters inside pulled up and opened fire. 18 people in total were shot, and we're told most of them are women. You could see some of those injured being wheeled around by medics. Many of them were taken to various shooters inside pulled up and opened fire. 18 people in total were shot, and we're told most of them are women. You could see some of those injured being wheeled around by medics. Many of them were taken to various hospitals. We now know 4 of them have died. 2 died at Northwestern, 2 others died at Stroger Hospital. The condition of the rapper who was hosting the party is unknown at this time, and this scene is very chaotic with a lot of victims and several officers who are trying to process the scene as EMTs tend to nearly 2 dozen who were shot. You can see shattered glass, ropes, and clothes scattered along the front of the lounge, and at one point, you can see 2 ladies hugging one another as police swarm the crime scene. Then you can see the crime scene technicians gathering photos at the scene, even inside the lounge. Here's what one woman had to say last night.
Traumatized. I'm shook.
What'd you hear, man?
Traumatized. I'm shook.
What'd you hear, man?
Yeah, it's a lot of people that ain't built for what's coming. They ain't built for what's coming, right? I'm reading again. It says, Ecclesiastes 7:4, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth, right? Them foolish women. 4 of them got put to death. 4 of them got put to death. Ecclesiastes 7:2, it says, it is better to go to the house of mourning than go to the house of feasting. Oh, we just want to listen to her album. Yeah, what's she talking about on the album? Adultery. What's she talking about on the album? Dissing another group of people, right? A bunch of adultery, dissing, and disrespecting, right? This ain't no music. This is a spirit of war. They using music to promote war, right? It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart, right? Because one thing we understand, this ain't no time for feasting. This ain't no time for feasting. Jeremiah 7:16 said, therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, right? It's a bunch of people. We got to send up prayers for the people that were shot. No, hell no, I ain't sending up no motherfucking prayers. First off, what the Lord said, he said, I will not hear them, right? Therefore pray thou not for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercessions for them to me, for I will not hear thee, right? The Lord don't want to hear that shit. The Lord want to hear you returning back and calling on his name. He don't want to hear about you crying for some person who was celebrating and having a good time in a dying society. Jeremiah 7:16, it says, therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up nor prayer for them, neither make intercessions to me, for I will not hear thee. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? It says, the children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the queen of heaven, right? You got a queen of heaven spirit on the earth, a boss bitch, a woman in charge, right? To make cakes to the queen of heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, right? Them bitches on that idol worshiping, that women worshiping spirit, right? Lesbian spirit, right? Because yesterday I was driving around going to camp. All I seen was fucking homosexuals, a bunch of men holding other men's hands, a bunch of women with other women, right? You damn near don't see no man, a woman with children no more. All you see is fucking faggots everywhere, right? To make cakes to the queen of heaven and to pour out the drink offerings unto other gods. And I showed you the video of the gay pride parade. That was a bunch of goddamn ninjas, mostly black women, that they may provoke me to anger. Right? Do they provoke me to anger, saith the Lord? Do they not provoke themselves to the confusion of their faces, their own faces? Because Jake is lost. Jake done inherited the ways of the heathen, and Jake have forgotten who he is. That's why the Lord said, you became a degenerate plant unto me. Right? Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, mine anger and mine fury shall be poured out upon this place, and upon man, and upon beasts, and upon the trees of the field, and upon the fruits of the ground. And it shall burn. Right, and it shall burn and shall not be quenched. That's the future of America. That's the future of America. The Lord tore us down as a nation at one time, but that same judgment is coming here to Babylon the Great. Because Jake done carried on in his wickedness. It's Jeremiah 11:14. It says, therefore pray not thou for this people. I'm going to read it again. Forget your family members, man. Forget your friends. All these wicked people, come out from among them and be ye separate. Right? It's high time to wake out of sleep, right? You're separating yourselves from these wicked people of this society because you don't want the judgment that's bestowed upon them. Right? You don't want bullets in your asses, right? You don't want to be trapped. You just say had a building collapse on a whole family, building fires, planes falling out the skies, right? All type of death, right? Therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble, right? For their trouble. And guess what's coming? On a mass level, Jacob's trouble. Shalom.